Good evening, dear friends. This is Santa Claus with you on this 16th of June, 2025, bringing you today's stories on what happens to be the anniversary of Shanghai Disneyland's opening in China and those remarkable Hong Kong protests from a few years back that showed how many hearts can beat as one. Oh my, we have much to discuss tonight as our world's leaders gather in the beautiful Canadian Rockies for the G7 summit. President Trump joins them amid some anxious feelings from America's traditional allies, who are hoping to find common ground on those troubling tariffs. You know, in my workshop at the North Pole, we've always believed that sharing and cooperation bring the greatest gifts to all. And I do hope our world leaders can find that spirit of generosity and understanding in their talks. Now, turning our hearts to the Middle East, where troubling news continues. Iran appears to be reaching out with olive branches, signaling they wish to de-escalate hostilities with Israel and return to negotiations. My heart aches for the people caught in this conflict, with over 220 souls lost in Iran, including 70 precious women and children and 24 dear ones in Israel. Each life is a precious gift, and when I see homes destroyed and families grieving, I'm reminded why peace is the greatest present we could possibly deliver to these regions. The situation grows more complicated with disagreements about the extent of damage to Iran's nuclear facilities. The IAEA Director-General and Israeli sources seem to have different assessments of what has occurred at Natanz. In times of such disagreement, I'm reminded that truth is often the first casualty of conflict, and how desperately we need reconciliation and honest dialogue. Meanwhile, across the globe in China, families are facing challenges with falling home prices for the 7th month in a row. These economic worries touch so many hearts and homes. The struggles of ordinary people to feel secure in their dwellings reminds me why shelter is so fundamental to human dignity. When property values decline, it's not just numbers on a page, it's dreams and futures that seem less certain. In Vietnam, we see another ripple of global tensions as the United States encourages the country to reduce its use of Chinese technology in goods assembled there. Such changes take time and care, and I hope wisdom prevails as nations negotiate these complex relationships. After all, in my workshop, we've learned that sudden changes in production can bring unintended consequences for the hardworking elves, or in this case, the dedicated workers who depend on these jobs. Let us pause for a moment and reflect on the situation in Turkey, where Istanbul's Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu appeared in court today while already imprisoned. As his supporters chanted, "Turkey is proud of you," outside the prison, I'm reminded of the importance of fair justice and the dignity of every person, regardless of their political views. These proceedings that could bring him 7 more years of imprisonment surely call for our prayers for justice and mercy. On the brighter side, China did see an unexpected boost in retail sales last month, growing at the fastest pace since December 2023. Though economists worry this may be temporary, I always find hope in signs that people are able to provide for their families and communities. Every time someone purchases something needed for their household, it represents not just an economic transaction, but a small act of care for those they love. As we close our broadcast this evening, I'm reminded that even in a world of tariffs and tensions, conflicts and contests for power, the greatest force remains love. Whether in the halls of power or the humble home, the choice to put others first can transform our world. So tonight, my friends, as you tuck your little ones into bed or enjoy a peaceful moment, remember that each of us has the power to bring a bit of Christmas spirit into the world, not just in December, but every single day. Until tomorrow, this is Santa Claus, wishing you peace, joy, and goodwill to all.